thinking of a master plan. Got a ball and whistle inside my hand. Coarching travel basketball, all my money is spent. I dig deeper, but still coming up with length. So I start my mission, leave my residence, thinking how can I keep the boys off the bench? My team money. They say that I'm a crazy coach and they talk about the post of things I did. I lost players, I kick balls, get teed up. It's kind of funny, but still my team is money. But now I learn to chill cause I'm righteous. I feel great, so maybe I might just coach just my 9 to 5. And if I strive and bracket play, we stay alive. So I pull up the practice, whistling this, feeling out of place, cause man do I miss sitting in the stands, being a parent. Me and Murphy fight on a nice big plate of fish, which is my favorite dish. But coaching travel ball is still a wish, cause volunteer coaches don't be getting paid. My reward is relationships the kids have made. People testing me, don't poke that bull. Hit the skill center, cause we paid in full. Alright, so this weekend we have Media Day. Media Day is where we, announce who's on what team and the demographics of the team. We have photographers come in and, they take some action shots, take some personal shots. One of the biggest regrets that I have as a former athlete is I don't have a lot of media on myself as far as pictures, videos, things like that. So that's what I like to provide to the kids. But just to clear up a little confusion. Now, me, Coach Joe Filon, I have one team. Skill Center Elite White is my team. Coach Joe Filon, I try to be as inclusive as possible with all teams, because if I have resources and things like that to offer to help all of the boys out, that's something I would do. So I coach Skill Center Elite White. Rashif Sinkfield and Coach Anthony Jones, he coaches, they coach Skill Center Elite Orange, and Floyd Wright coaches Skill Center Elite Black. So everybody has each individual team. Now those coaches, they run their own stuff. They come up with their own schedules, and they decide who's going to be on their team. I have no say-so over any of that. I know I can see where the confusion could come into place, because I'm the one that's always on social media. I do this documentary, I do podcasts, and I post a lot about all of the boys on social media. So I can understand how someone can be confused. But with me, with my team, even though I open my platform up as much as I can, my entire team is sponsored. So that's something that I firmly believe in. I have relationships with some companies, and I was able to get my whole team sponsored. Long-term goal is to get the whole Skill Center sponsored, and I think next season, I think that's something I'll be able to accomplish. But as of right now, Skill Center Elite White is my team. Just to be clear, I don't count anybody's money for them. I don't care what they have or what they don't have. I make sure all of my what I do for one, I do for all. And play some whiles. right eye. Good, Wiles. Good, both ways. Everybody set up. Don't force that shot. Get up, Carter. I try as much as possible to get to the kids, middle school games or what have you. So I was able to catch, Carter Rain's middle school game. He plays over at Tampa Prep, and I was able to check him out, man. He had a pretty good game. He had 18 points, 12 rebounds. They actually lost the game off of a crazy 4-point play, man. Carter hit 3 free throws to put them up 3 with 3.6 seconds left on the clock, and the kid comes down and launches a 3, gets hit the 3, and won the game. I didn't catch that ending, but I did catch some highlights of Carter out there playing, man. I mean, he's really come around really well, man. He's his parents did a nice job of investing in him and getting him to Chris Ward's workouts, his training. He also did some strength and agility stuff. And also played a little bit worked out a little bit with the Tampa Suns, the South Tampa Suns over the summer. So he's really improved, man. He did good work. I was also able to catch one of JT's games, man. We drove up to Ocala for his first high school game. He's actually playing high school. He's playing high school golf as well as high school basketball, man. In golf, he actually made it to the regionals as a reclass 6th grader, man. He made it to the regionals in golf, and I was able to get up for his first high school game, man. I thought he did a really good job of holding his own, man. I mean, his shot wasn't falling, but I thought he made everybody better, man. He had 5 assists, couple steals, and I was really pretty impressed with the job that he did.
you go. Good D. Hey, you gotta go. What was that?
Should have been doing that the whole game. Should have been doing that the whole game. And it's not a situation where it's a B or C team or anything like that. I think in 5th grade, I think we had an A and the B team. The white team was the A team. The B team was the orange team. But last year, we split everything up evenly. And then we actually created a 3rd team and tried to split things up as evenly as possible, just so kids can get more playing time and more opportunity. I'm a firm believer in if you're not growing, you're dying. So last year, I split my white team up. I had 8 players. And by the time we went to the MIT, the Maryland Invitational Tournament, I had 4 players in that tournament. So 8 players on a team isn't really, I don't like that. It's really good for me. So this year I'm going with 12. So I've added some kids to my team, so that we won't run into that. And also, too, if we do practice and the other teams aren't there, we have enough to get up and down. Because I'm a firm believer in you get better by playing. But I'll get into the breakdown of the teams later. So let's get into the breakdown of the teams.
Robert Parker.
Joe Filon.
Willie Piggott.
Shamar County.
Carter Raines.
Austin Wiles. MJ Ward. Jerry Tipton. Caleb Edmonds. London Bivens.
Now there was one kid that was missing from the team, I. Hamilton. He's brand new to the game. This is his first summer actually playing basketball. So he's brand new, very raw, very athletic kid, tough, physical, quick. He's actually pretty good defensively, but he's on Skill Center Elite White. He had something come up where he couldn't make media day, so he wasn't here. So now I'm gonna give you the breakdown of Skill Center Elite Orange.
Deion Pierre. Pretty Boy Jacob. Reed Crotwell. Josh Patrick. Anthony Jones.
Nicole Hall.
Rasheed Sickfield.
So for Skill Center Elite Orange, they were missing their 6th grader, their youngest player on the team, Mr. Braylon Moore. He was actually the MVP of that team last year. So he's actually a dual sport athlete. He actually picked up tennis, and so he has some other obligations where he couldn't make media day. And I'm looking forward to catching one of his tennis games. It's one of my favorite sports to watch, man, and I'm really excited to see how Braylon's going to do out there on the tennis court this year. So now here's Skill Center Elite Black.
Austin Whitford. Floyd Wright.
Isaac Castillo.
Isaiah Castillo. Jalen Antonio.
Lewis Miranda.
Evan Clark.
So for Skill Center Elite Black, the only person that was missing was Huntley Nicholson. He he was out of town, so he couldn't make media day. Big key to that team, man. I think it's going to be a breakout year for him. One time for Huntley. All right, so here it is for media day. What media day is, next year we might do it a little bigger where we actually have some media people in there or something. Make the boys talk a little bit, but typically what I do is when I put the uniforms on the boys, and our new joints didn't come in yet, but I put the uniforms on the boys, and we have a photographer come in. He take pictures, and then we do like an inter-team like jamboree, and as they're playing, the photographer snapping shots of them, and we get some pretty good stuff, man. it's memories that'll last them a lifetime. One of the things I regret as in my playing days is I don't have a whole lot of pictures of me playing, and that's something that I have to live with all the time. I don't really have anything to show my kids, so you know, this stuff they can have forever. You know, pictures last a lifetime. So here's footage from one of the games. Subs! Get it. Turn that elbow up.
One of the best lessons I've learned is that you don't worry about criticism from people that you wouldn't seek advice from. So I get a lot of criticism. If it's somebody that I'd go sit down and seek some advice from, then I might listen to that.
Now I say all that to say this. At the end of the day, it's always the people who are doing a whole lot less than you, and in this case, doing nothing at all, that always has something to say. But a wise man once said, if you don't have haters, you ain't doing nothing right. And it ain't like I got it right, baby. But my rant is over. Phylon out. Back to the money.